This is Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback versions. You can find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. You can join us on Facebook. Today we want to talk about Harvey Weinstein. This is Harvey Weinstein dressed very casually at the Tribeca Film Festival. Just very recently, 30 women have come out as of 2 days ago accusing Harvey Weinstein, this man, of sexually assaulting them, of using his power and privilege to force them to have sex with him and perform sexual favors for him as a powerful producer. Harvey Weinstein runs one of the most powerful and wealthiest production companies in Hollywood and in the world. He has been thanked more frequently than God in awards shows by actors and actresses and people in the business. In a 2015 New York City police sting, he is recorded harassing a model for a model for sex, a female model, demanding that she come into his hotel room. I would encourage you to listen to it. What I find so interesting about this is all the virtue signaling that these people do. I'm going to do a spread that's going to be him, and I'm choosing. I think he mostly harassed women, so I'm going to do a modified relationship spread. But what I find so interesting. One of the things that I find a lot of things very interesting about this. One of the things that I find so interesting is that these are the people, Harvey Weinstein and these Hollywood types. These are the people telling us what to think. They're constantly lecturing us about our values. They run around calling all Trump supporters racist bigots. They're trying to annihilate free speech right now, and they are advocating violence against people who disagree with them. And this is what's really going on over there. Okay, this is one of the most powerful people in Hollywood. And I would note, okay, that our great president, William Jefferson Clinton, he was impeached for having sex with Monica Lewinsky, and he said, I did not have sex with that woman. Okay, the President of the United States was put through a legal impeachment trial, and in fact, they found him guilty, I believe. And this man, Harvey Weinstein, has been for decades sexually assaulting women and forcing them to perform sexual favors. Among them are Kate Beckinsale, Gwyneth Paltrow, Angelina Jolie, Ashley Judd, Heather Graham, Mira Sorvino. This man, Harvey Weinstein, is more powerful than the President of the United States. Okay? He was never prosecuted. For decades, this man has been assaulting women and forcing them to perform sexual favors for him for decades. And the women that he sexually assaulted are some of the most powerful, wealthiest people on the planet. They're extremely powerful and extremely wealthy, and he's so powerful that nobody dared to say anything. So this brings up some questions. And so I'm going to do a relationship spread. You saw me pick, this is Harvey Weinstein, and I don't want to spin it. This is just a man. So far, it's only alleged that he's sexually assaulted women. I kind of want to know What's the deal? What's on Harvey Weinstein's side? What's on the women's side? Okay, how bad is this? What's really going on? How deep does the rabbit hole go? Because yeah, I'm so offended that these are the people preaching at us, lecturing us about our values. I'm really offended. Okay, I'm really offended, and it also brings up, questions about the Illuminati. I mean, this man, Harvey Weinstein, is just one example of a person who is actually, here's a card falling out, is actually more powerful than the president of the United States. I mean, that's a material fact. I find that this just brings up so many questions. So how bad is it? Let's throw a spread here. This is Harvey Weinstein. Yes, I like to draw from the middle of the deck. Ooh, he is the devil. I'm gonna expand it just a little bit and see, because I wanna find out kind of how bad is it. And it also brings up questions of other abuse, like pedophilia. Okay, so we can see that pretty good. So here on Weinstein's side, right in the center, you always read the center card first. He's the devil. He's very selfishly using his power to bind these people. He's like forcing, the devil in handcuffs. He's forcing compliance with his sexual demands. The devil is also very sexual. Cornerstone, finger of God. He's powerful. He is Hollywood. He's a career maker. Okay, this cornerstone, 4 diamonds is a lot about money. Finger of God is he can change their whole world. Okay, with a word. He can make or break their career. So he demands compliance. Okay, Trinity and no. Trinity is about people working together. He's connected. He runs the Harvey Weinstein companies. It's called the Harvey Weinstein Production Companies. And interestingly today, they're actually talking about changing the name of the Weinstein Company, the company that he founded and ran and he was president of. They fired him from his own company called the Harvey Weinstein Company. Okay, they fired Harvey Weinstein from the Harvey Weinstein Company. And now they want to change the name. And more disturbingly than that, they're talking about having his name removed. They want to erase history. They're talking about having his name removed from all of the things that he produced. Okay, so they want to change history. I find that very disturbing. It's like erasing Adolf Hitler. We learn from history. We don't erase it. Okay, he did do these things. It's a historical fact. He was a producer. He is was a very powerful man in Hollywood. It's very unlikely that he will continue to be. But anyway, that's just another disturbing thing, is they want to erase his name from previous productions and future productions that he's also worked on. I find that very interesting. So Trinity and no. This is Trinity's people working together. No is full stop. Wow. Yeah. So he was fired. No, it just stopped. And no mirrors Cornerstone. He's just removed from his own company. He is the company. It's the Harvey Weinstein Company. Interesting. And they're going to go on without him. So anyway, he's showing as a devil who uses his authority, his power to bind people. So on the victim's side, 30 women have come out and said that they have sexually assaulted him, that he has forced them to perform sexual favors for them, so that they can get roles. And there's an audio tape on YouTube That was a New York police sting in 2015, and he wasn't arrested. And it's very clear on that audio tape that he is trying to force this young model to have sex with him in exchange for, getting her a movie role or movie roles and, having a viable career. So what's going on here on the victim's side? Karmic relationship, mustard seed. Okay, yeah, it's all based on the relationship, okay? He's Harvey Weinstein. You have to keep a good relationship with him. You have to do whatever he wants. Cornucopia, hand in hand. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of hands. He can, with a word from Harvey Weinstein, your career is over. You'll never work in this town again. I mean, that's all he has to say. Ruler, veil. Interestingly, this doesn't look so terrible. Ruler is the boss. Veil is hidden. They kept it secret for decades. Okay, they kept his activities, the activities of Harvey Weinstein, the boss, the ruler, secret. They kept it under wraps. Okay, secret relationships. He plants your career. This powerful man plants your career. It's all about money and everybody getting along and working together and the appearance of things. So, interestingly, he really shows up as a devil. He's suddenly defrocked and dethroned. There's also talk... so it's bad for Harvey. I think it's pretty much over for Harvey at this point. I kind of want to know, because like Elijah Wood, the guy from the Lord of the Rings, the star of Lord of the Rings, he was talking about Hollywood pedophile rings. And so I want to know, did Harvey, did Harvey's tastes also go to young boys? Let's just throw 3 cards on that. Did Harvey also like young boys and sexually? Okay, a jack. Here's a jack. Jacks are children, and that's specifically what I was looking for. So home is close relationships. Star of Bethlehem is this direction. Okay, so let's add this up. 11 and 7, that's 18, and 4 is 22. Yeah, so hand in hand, many young boys were in his inner circle, and he did this for a very long time. So I think Harvey also, his tastes ran to young boys, not just the young ladies. I think his taste also ran to the young boys because player is a youth, player is a child. Interestingly, Harvey Weinstein just went for treatment in Europe. Okay, so there's nobody in the United States he can get treatment from. There's all those treatment programs in California. He can't go anywhere there. I mean, there's treatment programs all over California, and everyone famously goes to treatment in California. No, he went to Europe. So is Harvey Weinstein going to pull a Roman Polanski? Roman Polanski was accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. I forget her name. And anyway, he right on the day before his sentencing, he fled to France, and he has essentially lived there since. And he avoids going to countries that he could be arrested in. So is Harvey Weinstein, is he going to flee prosecution? Is he ultimately going to flee prosecution and go live in Europe or something? Big change, 4-leaf clover. Let's see. Okay, you can see that. So karmic shift, 4-leaf clover, and snake. Let's add this up. 12 and 4. That's 16. Four spades coffin. So a big change. He's going to have some luck. It's a very... I don't... These are not travel cards. I don't think he's going to flee prosecution. Doesn't look like he's going to need to flee prosecution. Something big is going to happen. Something big is going to happen. So I just want to ask one more question. Is there a massive pedophile ring among these very, very powerful people in Hollywood operating, abusing their power? Is there a massive pedophile ring? Because, again, I'm so offended. These are the people running around virtue signaling to you and I and calling everybody a racist and a bigot, and look at what they're doing. Harvey Weinstein is Hollywood, and this is what they're doing. He's one of the most powerful people in Hollywood. He's more powerful than the president, and these people have the audacity to run around telling you and I that we're bigots and racists because we care about our country. I mean, who made these people God? And he's thanked in award shows more frequently than God. I just can't. Okay. So is there a big pedophile ring operating in Hollywood? Yes. That's interesting. What interesting cards we received for that. I've got Lovers, Jacob's Ladder, and yes. Jacob's Ladder, it's a step-by-step process. Lovers, this is a very sexual card. This is people coupling sexually. 9 Hearts is yes, as in yes. So 14 plus 2, how interesting. Oh, let's see. 9 and 5, that's 14 plus 2, 16, 4 spades, coffin. Yes, there is a large pedophile ring among the very powerful operating in Hollywood. Okay, very disturbing. So anyway, how deep does this rabbit hole go with Harvey Weinstein? Okay, what's really going on? Let's just to recap. Okay, here on Weinstein's side, he's the devil. Okay, and the devil is very sexual, and the devil is very abusive and nasty, and he's using his power to bind people. 30 women have come forward so far, and it's going to be more, okay, saying that he used his power to assault them. And it's all about money, and he can make their whole career for them, and he's out. He's fired suddenly. Okay, on their side, okay, this is the victim side, represented by the women, because so far it's only women coming forward. Well, it's all about money. Cornucopia is the card of money. This is literally, I almost named this card Money, because it's about the physical abundance of life. It's about money and connections. Okay, why'd they do it? Why is it working? Because it's about money and connections. This man is a doorkeeper to huge amounts of money and connections, and some of the wealthiest people on the planet, the wealthiest and most famous people on the planet, were sexually abused by him. It's all about the relationships, having a relationship with Harvey. You gotta keep this secret relationship with Harvey. Whatever he does, you gotta keep it on the down low, and you gotta keep a good relationship with the king. Harvey Weinstein is the king, and he's more powerful than the President of the United States, okay? And the word Illuminati comes up in my mind. Okay, so did he do young boys, okay? Did his sexual appetites and interests run to young boys? Well, I was specifically looking for a Jack, and Jacks are young boys, okay? Jacks are always juveniles. They can be male or female. Just a picture on this card, this is a young man in a suit. And player is actor, okay? Player in this deck, actors always come up as players. So young male actors were in his inner circle, and this has been going on forever. This is the direction of his life. 1822 adds 6 diamonds hand in hand. There are many young male actors in his inner circle, and yes, he does that too. Okay, is Harvey gonna flee to Europe and pull a Roman Polanski and never face prosecution? Karmic shift, 4-leaf clover, snake. It appears that that's not the case. There's a lot further to go. It's a long and winding road, and big changes are ahead of us. I think he's not going to have to flee. I'm not sure what's going to happen. He's not going to have to flee. There's too many people involved. Okay, so I asked, is there a large pedophile ring operating in Hollywood? Okay, because I mean, if you can do that, why not? I mean, this is pure abuse of power, and these virtue signaling people. This is, why not? Why not just molest children while you're at it? And they are, okay? They're molesting young boys, young male actors as well, many in the inner circle. Okay, is there a big pedophile ring out there? Yes. Among these powerful people who are more powerful than the United States president, who is allegedly the most powerful, he's the leader of the free world, okay? And by the way, Obama's daughter, I'm not sure which one, Malia maybe, went and worked for Weinstein as just, and he contributed heavily to the Clintons and to the Obamas. This is okay. So, is there a pedophile ring operating, a large pedophile among these Illuminati people? I'm kind of really pissed off here. Yes, and yes, and this is the card of sexual love. Yes, there's a large pedophile ring operating out there. So, just awful. And as disturbing as the sexual aspects of this is, and the abuse, what is so disturbing is that these are the people lecturing us about our values and our morals. Wake up, people. Wake up. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon, both Kindle and paperback versions. You can find the full color card deck on Etsy /Magi Method. You can join us on Facebook.